Hey guys, Cole's here. When I play Bonelab, one of the things I realise is that vanilla Bonelab has almost no vehicles. The only thing you can drive around in is the go-kart, and it can get boring from time to time. Luckily, many modders make vehicles for people to drive around in. One of those modders being Babacorp. And with his recent return to modding, I thought today I'm going to review all of his vehicles and tell you what I love about all of them. We have ground and air vehicles to cover, so I'm going to go into that today, tell you all about them. So, with that said, let's get into it. Hope you enjoy the video. Before we get into the video, I just wanted to say, if you guys enjoy this content, make sure to like the video and subscribe to my channel. It helps the channel a lot, and it would also help me motivate to make content for you guys. By liking and subscribing, you also increase the outlook my channel has on other people and the range of my audience, which means more views and more content for everyone to enjoy. But anyway, enough from me, let's get into it. The first vehicle is the Trindle Trouble. I love this vehicle and I've loved it ever since I saw it be released. Even before I had my VR, I'd talk about it all the time because it's just so fun to play about with. There's an entire open back section and they've all got seats which you can sit on. It's really well designed, the textures are amazing, and it shows how weathered it's been from wherever it's come from. This could easily fit many players in Fusion, and when you bring it out in Fusion, there's always a fun time to be had. I've had many fun experiences with this car, and I think you guys should as well. But if you want to get all these mods, the links will be in the description along with my Discord server. But anyway, I think we should go for a drive in this beast of a car. The Trindle Trouble actually handles really well. I mean, it's a heavy car and I'm surprised it doesn't tip over when you're driving around in it. Surprisingly, it does pick up speed as well. Being as heavy as it is, I wouldn't think it would be able to, but you can honestly go really fast in this thing and become some sort of, road rage, Mad Max type person and absolutely flatten some enemies. All in all, this car is amazing, one of my favourites in the list. You should definitely try this out for yourself. Let's get this car out of the way and on to the next one. This is the Sendal Soer, one of Babacorp's newer cars. It has spray paint cans and a functional gear stick. It's also very interactable, the colours look amazing on it and it's very well designed. Every single door on this car can be opened and every seat can be sat in. Now, I'm going to show you where this spray paint is and what it actually does to the car. If you grab the trunk and press the menu button, you'll find a spray paint can inside of there. And if you hold the spray paint can against the side of the car and then use it, it changes colours. There are plenty of different colours to choose from. Two-tone, block colours, anything you want is there. While the colour selection is limited, it's still enough to make your car unique compared to other people's. It's so funny seeing all these cars racing with different colours because then you can pick out who's who and just enjoy every second of it, which I've done a lot. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I think this car is one of my favourite colours. I love a bit of pink from time to time because I'm so zesty. But anyway, it's time to take this one for a drive as well. And I'll show you how the gear stick works once I'm inside. So, once you're sat in this beast, what you'll want to do is grab the gear stick to your right and press the trigger on it to actually unlock the car and make it able to drive. Like this. And once the car's able to drive, you can absolutely go for it. I love driving around in this car. It's really fast and also surprisingly powerful. I've been in Fusion and knocked people flying by hitting them lightly. Speaking of Fusion, this car is one of the best things to use while in a server. Due to the amount of people that can sit in the car and the functionality of it, it makes for a really fun ride with lots of memories. Here's a clip of my shenanigans in Fusion with Beef Wellington and Wigwam VR.
We're almost there, hang in there.
Yeah, it's fine. Can you see me?
Who's got cops? You almost killed us. Don't distract the fucking driver. Oh fuck.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Brace for it. Oh!
Oh my god. Oh shit!
Brace!
Land it.
Fucking hell, I've kept it.
Look, Tom. I was just here the whole time.
Overall, the Sendal Soer is a really fun car, and as you can see, using it can have many outcomes. I think you should use it now! The next car is the Jble Jibble Jeep. Try saying that 3 times fast. Anyway, it's a military car. I think it was Baba's first car mod actually, and what a great car it is. The texturing and the details on it are immaculate. You really get the military vibe from it when you're using it. And an interesting detail of it is the fact that the windshield at the front actually goes down. I don't know what it can be used for, but I think it's pretty fun when you crash and it just flops down. It's a pretty cool detail. Being one of the first cars ever made in Bonelab, you'd think it'd be janky, but actually, it drives really well and the physics are amazing. And apparently it can explode when it crashes, but personally I've never experienced that. But you should try it out for yourself and let me know in the comments down below what actually happens when you crash. Let's change it up and get some dashcam footage. Hopefully I don't crash. But yeah, the Jble Jibble handles itself really well. Considering it's one of the first cars in Bonelab, I expected it to fly about with janky physics, but it's honestly really fun. And as you can see, I don't even explode from crashing. So I'm sure you guys are lying when you say that it explodes. You gotta try this car out and try to get it to explode. That is my challenge for you guys. The next vehicle I'll be talking about is the Miggle Mogul Mongoose. I believe this is something from Halo, but I wouldn't know because I've never played Halo myself. So please do let me know if it is what I think it is. But this car is designed really well. It's kind of like a quad bike, I guess. It controls really fluidly, and the fact that it makes you pull the handlebar to actually turn the car is really fun. It immerses me into the game, and honestly, I love driving around in it, even if I have no idea what it's from. And I don't think it has any other functionality apart from driving either, but even so, it's still really fun to play around with. I was even able to hit a trick on it. Watch this flip. And I even landed it. I'm such a professional. But now, let's move on to the next car in the pack. This is the Fliggle Giggle. It's one of Baba's 2 flying vehicles, although I don't know if it's classed as flying because you kind of have to lean into the vehicle to move it up and down. It's hard to explain, so I think you guys should try it out yourself and then you can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, once you sit down in this, once you take a seat in it, you'll see that it's once again operated by handlebars. You press the triggers to move forward, and if you press the menu button while it's moving forward, you'll get an extra speed boost and you'll go flying away. Now, to get some altitude, you have to kind of lean backwards and pull it up at the front. And once you've done that, you're free to fly around anywhere you'd like to. This is really fun to use. I mean, it will explode if it takes enough impact damage, and I've experienced that firsthand. So, I've got to say that you guys need to be careful with that, because I don't want you suffering the same fate as me. It handles really well once you learn how to use it. I remember the first time I used this, I was flying upside down and everything. But look at that smooth landing. I'm just too good at this game sometimes. But now, we're going to move on to the next vehicle. This is the Urza, I believe it's called. It's really hard to pronounce for me, I don't know. But it comes with its own trailer, which has never been seen before, I think. And it clips onto the back of it really well. The vehicle looks really weird, as in there's a platform in front of the steering wheel for you and your friends to stand on in Fusion. But it's really fun to play with. It's fairly slow, but that makes sense as it's made for cargo transport. But even due to its speed, it's still enjoyable to use. You can carry some really heavy materials in this. I've got an idea for what we can carry in this beautiful machine. Any of you who watched my deep video will know that I helped to free the witchy, so I think we should transport some of those guys. Once I've got all of these loaded up, I'm going to show you how to actually attach the trailer to the vehicle. It's really easy to do, and I'll show you how much weight this can actually carry. Done and dusted. Right, so to connect the trailer to the vehicle, I'll show you how you do it right now. All you need to do is connect these 2 parts together, and once that's done, you're then able to have them joined together easily with little to no signs of being detached at all. With that done, it's time to take these witcheries to a safer spot. As you can see, it is still quite slow, like I said before, but the added weight of the witcheries and the trailer doesn't make it any more slow, which I think is amazing. It can keep a consistent speed with or without the extra weight on top of it, which makes for very fun experiences, you know, moving cargo and stuff. But yeah, amazing car, amazing physics. Try it out now. This is the Bindle Bobble box truck. This was the second mod released after Baba's hiatus, just after the Babaquarium. This is actually really fun to use. I mean, the door in the back opens and closes. The physics on it are really good as well. It can carry a lot of weight. The doors are really fun, and it even has customization options, which I'll show you now. Similar to the Sendal Soer, there is this can of spray paint, which can be used for many different customizations to the Bindle Bobble. It's just here, behind the seat in the front of the car. So, if you pick it up, you'll then be able to customize the sides of the car. With the spray can in hand, walk to the back of the truck and then press the trigger while holding it and pointing it at the sides of the truck. And you can see there's many different options for customization. You'll cycle through a Babacorp version, a Monogon Industries version of it, Sabre Lake, which I thought I'd never see, Gammon as well. There's also a 7-Eleven one, which is one of Baba's most popular maps, 98.6 WCCK, and back to normal. It's very customizable, and if you like telling stories in Bonelab, you can use this as different companies transporting different cargo between different places. But enough from me, let's go for another drive. One thing I realised when I drove this car around is that the physics are good on it, however, it is prone to falling over if you push it that way. So be careful with your sharp turns, because this is a very heavy car and it won't be able to tolerate any turning. You have to be going very slow to be able to turn it properly, otherwise the car will end up on its side. Now that the Bindle Bobble is immovable, I think it's time to move on to the final vehicle in the pack. I've been excited to talk about this one so much because it's really fun to use and it's very fluent when you do use it. The weapon in question is the Iron Chub. Here it is in all its beauty. This is another flying vehicle, but it also has some more functionality with it. All the way at the back of the Iron Chub, there is a Gatling turret which you can use to shoot people down if they're trying to attack you. It controls really easily, even though there isn't a crosshair or anything to aim, you can kind of guess where you're aiming from it. Just look at the power of this thing. I love having powerful weapons, and the fact that it's built into a vehicle as well just blows my mind. Who knows? Someday more vehicles might come out the same as the Iron Chub, but only time will tell. Now that we move away from the Gatling gun, let's go to the front of the ship and I'll show you how easily it actually controls. This thing is one of the smoothest flying vehicles in all of Bonelab and all of the modding community. It's really user friendly and it's smooth as well. If you look here, there's music and an engine button. One of them plays music from Vertigo 2, which is the game the Iron Chub comes from, and the engine button, you guessed it, turns on the engine. So once the engine is actually on, it's really easy to control, so I'll show you how to do it now. Just turn the engine on and grab this. So you press the left trigger to go down and the right trigger to go up. They all have varying speeds, so you can change how fast you go up or down. And if you push forward using the stick, then you'll go forward. Honestly, like I said, it's really simple to control. It's easy to get a hang of it, and the funny thing is, the engines on this thing can actually be taken down one by one. So if someone's flying after you in one, just shoot them down and then they can't attack you. Simple. This is one of my favourite vehicles in all of Bonelab, and I think you guys should absolutely try it, because I have so much fun using this, and I've had some amazing saves falling out the sky with it. Look at this amazing landing skill as well. Just goes to show how good I am at Bonelab. But with that said, that's the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. More content for Bonelab will be coming out very soon, as I enjoy making the content and you guys obviously love watching it as well. The links for all of these vehicles will be in my description, along with the invite for my Discord server, so join that as well. With that said, have a lovely day. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again. Goodbye.